While everyone was focusing on China's Fujian aircraft carrier, the U.S. aircraft carrier USS Ford left its home port again for its second combat deployment. Its deployment location is in the direction of the Mediterranean Sea. The goal is self-evident: it is to deter Russia. The dispatch of the USS Ford aircraft carrier, a big killer, is really not a good thing for Putin. In terms of maritime power, the U.S. military can be said to be the absolute number one in the world. In terms of maritime power, Russia has gradually become a second-rate country. The USS Ford aircraft carrier of the U.S. military can be described as the most advanced aircraft carrier with the strongest comprehensive combat capability in the world. In contrast to Russia's aircraft carrier force, only one Kuznetsov is still struggling to survive in the shipyard. The Ford aircraft carrier, with a full load displacement of 112,000 tons, is mainly equipped with F-35C stealth carrier-based aircraft, which adopts nuclear power propulsion technology and has a speed higher than 30 knots. It can carry up to 75 carrier-based aircraft of various types. In terms of these key indicators, the Ford aircraft carrier is beyond the reach of other countries in the world, and it is even more difficult to surpass for Russia. For example, the U.S. military has basically deployed a large number of F-35C stealth carrier-based aircraft, but Russia currently has only a limited number of a dozen Su-57 stealth fighters in service. In terms of anti-stealth power, Russia is not particularly good at it. In particular, more than 70 F-35C stealth carrier-based aircraft can be carried on the Ford, which is a headache for Russia. Unlike other ordinary warships, the USS Ford aircraft carrier can deter Russia for a long time in a key position, because it uses nuclear power, so there is no need to worry about energy issues. If it can't beat the carrier-based aircraft of the U.S. military, can it directly sink the U.S. aircraft carrier and achieve the effect once and for all? This is also impossible for Russia. Although the Pyotr Veliky cruiser left over from the former Soviet Union sounds very powerful and is quite good in the Russian battleship sequence, but the weapons equipped on these battleships are very old and cannot keep up with the times. It is even more nonsense to use them to threaten the USS Ford aircraft carrier of the U.S. military. Even if Russia has supersonic or even hypersonic anti-ship missiles, the number is very limited. Under the protection of the anti-missile air defense network of the USS Ford aircraft carrier battle group, Russia is unlikely to achieve the goal of sinking the U.S. aircraft carrier. Once the entire USS Ford aircraft carrier battle group collectively launches a large number of missiles towards Russia, it will still be difficult for the Russian army to deal with it. Of course, there is only one possibility for Russia, which is to use nuclear weapons to fight back, but doing so would be devastating for both parties. From a strategic point of view, in fact, the U.S. military only needs one USS Ford aircraft carrier battle group to suppress the entire Russian army. Therefore, we should not underestimate the Ford-class aircraft carrier. Its combat capability and strategic strike capability are still very powerful. From the current point of view, the Russian army does not have a particularly effective countermeasure and can easily take down this aircraft carrier.